In this video, this is the most bullish video I've ever made. I'm going to show you the fact that the Bitcoin price is right now showing us a sign indicating that the Bitcoin price within one single year is going to go up to this specific price level. And this is not even wild speculation. I'm going to go back into the Bitcoin chart. I'm going to show you two other points where this specific event happened back here in the past few years in Bitcoin. And I'm going to show you that exactly the same thing happened twice. And we're talking about a very, very explosive move here. And Bitcoin is literally going to the moon within 1 year. And remember that if you enjoy these videos, you need to click subscribe, but the magic happens when you press all here. But guys, this Bitcoin price prediction video will be completely mind-blowing. I will talk about the technicals. I'm also going to talk about the fundamentals. Make sure to share this video with family and friends on Facebook, on Twitter, because imagine if your family and friends missed out on the opportunity to see Bitcoin go up to these levels within the next 1 year. So where exactly is this Bitcoin target? I'm going to show you the exact price and the exact timing. And if you think that that sounds interesting, then I think that you should definitely watch this video. Hello guys and welcome to the moon. My name is Carl and I'm going to bring you this cryptocurrency video. And I think it's interesting to take a look at this chart because we do have the 200 daily moving average. And here is the 200 daily moving average all-time high. And I put this horizontal line there and you can see that the moving average has been below the all-time high ever since this point. So throughout the whole bear market, if you want to call it this, we've been below the previous all-time high. And well, we can just go back to the previous cycle and see that we have a similar mechanic here. Like we had the all-time high right there, and then in the bear market we were below the all-time high. And here this this vertical line is the halving, and this is the point where the 200 daily crossed above the previous all-time high. So that was right after the halving. And let's go back to the first halving. So we have here the first halving, and the interesting thing here is that the 200 daily went above the previous all-time high exactly at the halving, or just a few days before the halving. But essentially it happened at the halving, very close to the halving. So and we can also obviously see here that this meant that we got a huge run-up in price. But let's just take a look at this here. So going back to today, we can see that Bitcoin is going very, very close now to its previous all-time high. We already broke the previous high right there, or we're breaking it right now as I am recording this. And so the previous all-time high here was at 10,349. So the 200 daily has to move above that level. And well, we're seeing this happen after the halving, quite some time after the halving even. But it is, you could argue that it's happening very close to the halving, just like it happened the previous halving, and like it happened the first halving back here. Now let's play with some numbers here. The first time the 200 daily moved above its previous all-time high, the Bitcoin price went up, let's see, to the next all-time high, 9,900%. So that's a massive increase. We went from $11 all the way up to $1,100. So we're talking about 100x in like 1 year or so. Let's go to the next point of so right here is where the 200 daily moved above its all-time high. From that point all the way up to the next all-time high, 2,460%. Bitcoin went from $780 all the way up to $20,000. Now that's also a huge price run-up. So let's, well, we can see that we have diminishing returns. First we had 10,000%, now 2,500%. Let's say we're getting 1,000% to be a little bit on the conservative side here. Well, it does seem like we are going to get this this event to happen within the next 1 month here, maybe even within the next week. So yeah, let's just take that point. Let's just take 1,000% up. If we were to get 1,000% up within 1 year from here, then that would put Bitcoin at $126,000 approximately. Now it's just an estimation. These are no exact numbers. I'm just saying that that's a ballpark estimation. And you can see here that back here it only took Bitcoin 350 days approximately, so 1 year. So yeah, just to make a summary here, back here it took Bitcoin 1 year to go 10,000% up to the next all-time high. 1 year after the halving and after the 200 daily moved above its all-time high. Let's go to the next point. Here, 2,500%, also 1 year from the halving and from the when this 200 daily moved above its all-time high. So wouldn't it be safe to assume that we are going to see something similar here? I mean, it doesn't take a genius to see that. I mean, the trend is your friend, right? And the trend has been very clearly on the bullish side for Bitcoin. And I truly believe that we have a great chance of seeing something like 1,000%, maybe 1,500%. But we're talking about 1 year from now. So before the end of 2021, I am extremely confident that Bitcoin will be at least above $100,000. That's extremely likely in my opinion. And well, we could also play with the idea that Bitcoin goes up to 2,000% because the last time we saw 2,500%. But yet again, these are just estimations, and this is not something that I'm trading based on or anything. I'm just playing with numbers here. But this could potentially lead to a Bitcoin price up to $200,000 or so. But like I said, 100,000 is more conservative, and I think it's more reasonable to expect 100,000. Yeah, I think it's quite obvious that Bitcoin is very, very bullish, and these are the technical things. And we could also go into the stock-to-flow ratio model, which is a technical and fundamental indicator. And you can also look at the fundamentals and look at the monetary printing we're seeing right now, quantitative easing. We're seeing a very fearful world right now with a lot of fear, emotions, and uncertainty and doubt about the health of the current monetary system. When this monetary system eventually collapses, which it actually has to do at some point, it's a finite system due to the nature of fiat. It's a finite system because it's not backed up by anything tangible. So whenever governments print it, eventually it dilutes the value to the point where it just collapses. It has happened many times before. We have seen thousands of fiat currencies around the world throughout the thousands of years that human history has been around, and literally every single one of these fiat currencies have all gone back to their intrinsic value of zero. They all collapsed. So why would the dollar be any different? And that's why I think Bitcoin is not only interesting in the sense that you can use it and that it's very usable, but it's also fundamentally better than anything else we have around in the world. So, well, $100,000 sounds like a lot, but honestly, I think Bitcoin can go much, much higher than that. I'm talking millions of dollars per Bitcoin in the future. So that's just my very, very bullish outlook on Bitcoin, but I think that most of you probably agree. I'm just trying here to show you some actual technicals and some fundamentals that can help you understand why I'm saying the things I'm saying. And this can also be perfect for you to use these arguments to your friends and family when you're trying to convince people that Bitcoin is truly a game changer. And what you can do is, if you go down below this video, you can click this share button here. And if you click Facebook, you can share it on Facebook. You can also share it on Twitter. You can share it on Reddit. You can also copy this link and just send this over to a friend or a family member or whatever. Spread the message. Bitcoin is truly, truly going to change and revolutionize the current monetary system. And this chart that I just showed you here clearly demonstrates that the fundamentals and the technicals, they are basically backing up each other. They are both there. So yeah, I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin. And if you agree with me, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. It truly supports the channel. A shout out to Nunia Business here over on Twitter who posted this chart talking about the 200 daily crossing above its all-time high. But yeah, I think that the best thing that anyone can do in crypto right now is just buy Bitcoin and just hold it for at least 10 years. This way, you will literally make money while you sleep, because if the Bitcoin price does what I expect and what you probably expect, then you just have to buy and wait for these things to take place. You just have to wait for people to wake up to the power of Bitcoin and wait for the monetary system to continue to crumble. Because when people lose confidence in the dollar, then I mean, it's not like they're going to start using the Bolivar or the Turkish lira. I mean, obviously, if the dollar has lost its confidence, then it's not only a loss in confidence in the dollar, it's a loss in the confidence of the current system, because the dollar is the foundation of the current system. So I'm seeing this happening very, very well. It's happening right now, and I'm seeing it escalating. Everything is literally set up for a massive bull run for Bitcoin in the future. The environment we're seeing right now with quantitative easing is literally the exact environment that Bitcoin was created for. So we couldn't be much more bullish. I mean, there is literally no other scenario that could be better set up for Bitcoin in terms of having the price going up and the value going up. So yeah, buy Bitcoin right now. That is what I'm doing. I'm accumulating as much as I can. For the past 3 years, I've been accumulating as much as I possibly could. And as long as Bitcoin is below 20,000, Bitcoin is still cheap. So if you want to hold Bitcoin for the future, you shouldn't sit and wait for Bitcoin to go back down to 7,000 or go down to 9. Like, these small price swings are completely irrelevant in the bigger scope of things. So if you want to buy Bitcoin and hold for 10 years, then just dollar cost average. That's what I would do. That is what I am doing. So buy a little bit all the time. Don't buy everything at one single point. Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, maybe daily. Whatever floats your boat, but just pick a strategy and stick to it. That's my recommendation. This is it for this video, and if you are one of the few people who never watched my Phoenix tutorial, which is a complete piece of art, I would love for you to click this video here right now, and I will see you guys tomorrow.